everybody, cooking in the kitchen with Sylvia again. Today I'm going to share with you my chicken chow mein recipe. It doesn't require a lot of ingredients, so I'll just let you know what I have here. Okay, I've got a breast of chicken that I split because this was a big one, and I went ahead and seasoned it with a little salt and some garlic powder. You can add pepper if you like, but my husband doesn't like it too peppery, so I don't add the pepper. But you can season it, salt, pepper, a little garlic powder. That'll be a good seasoning for the chicken. Okay, we're going to have some onions. This is a very small onion. It's like a quarter of an onion chopped. 2 garlic cloves, about a tablespoon of chopped ginger. I've got some Napa cabbage. Those of you who may not know what a Napa cabbage is, this is what it looks like. It's the Asian cabbage. You can use regular cabbage if you don't want to use that one. I've got some parsley. I shredded some zucchini, medium zucchini, and I shredded some carrot. And then of course we've got some soy sauce and seasoning for our chow mein. So one of the things we need, of course, for chow mein is the noodles. You can buy chow mein noodles. They're usually in the Asian department. If you can't find them, sometimes they don't have them, you can still make it with spaghetti. I prefer the thin spaghetti, but today I only have the regular spaghetti, and you can use that too. So for my recipe, I'm going to go ahead and use my spaghetti just so that you'll see how it comes out with spaghetti. But you can buy the Asian noodles, and all you need to do with them is just like regular pasta. You're going to bring some boiling water. Make sure you season it with some salt. I put about a tablespoon of salt there. And then just cook your pasta while you're getting ready to prepare your chow mein. So here, to measure for myself and my husband, usually a handful like this is good. I had already used some of this for another recipe. So just get your pasta in your boiling water and get that cooking. So once it gets a little soft, you can just tap it down, use your spoon to stir it in, and let that start cooking away, okay? So that'll come back to a nice boil. Usually this takes about anything between 6 to 8 minutes, depends on how much pasta you're going to make. So for our chicken chow mein, I prefer to grill the chicken first, slice it, and then add it to all my vegetables. I know some people like to chop the chicken, saute it together with the vegetables, but I think doing it this way will actually give you a nice crispier chicken when you're cooking your chow mein. So what I do is I heat up my pan, put about 2 tablespoons of oil, olive oil or canola oil, vegetable oil, and get that in there. Put my little pasta. And then, like I said, season your chicken. I had already started heating this. But put the chicken down in the same container you're going to cook the rest of your chow mein. That saves you from having to use a bunch of pots and pans. Just put your chicken in here. And just give that a nice little grill. When it's all nicely grilled, you know, you can turn it over, grill the other side. It'll take about anything between 5 to 8 minutes or so. So let that chicken cook down a little bit. It's going to cook a little more as we add it to our chow mein, but I want to cook it this way first. So I'll get back with you and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, here we go. I grilled the chicken in the pan here. This is the one I'm going to use to cook the chow mein. The other reason I cook it in this pan, the chicken, is because you see all those yummy juices from the chicken. You don't want to lose that. So that's why I prefer to do it this way. So we want to take our chicken out. It's pretty much done. You can tell it's not too thick and doesn't take too long to cook. So here we go. Now we're going to let that chicken rest, and I'm going to chop it up in little pieces in a little bit. I'm going to lower my fire just a little. So I want to go down to now that I'm not grilling, I want to go down to a lower heat. So now what we've got here is the oil that's in there. Just leave that alone. If you think it's too much oil, you can remove some of it, but you don't have to. Trust me, it's going to go into pasta, so it's going to taste good. So here we go. We're going to add our onion. This is about a quarter cup of onion that I chopped. Not too big. Go ahead and put that in there with all those nice grilled chicken flavors. As you can, because it's still kind of hot, so this is not going to take too long. Now we're going to add our garlic. This is 2 cloves of garlic that I chopped. Just mix that in there. Mix that through. And we've got our ginger. Put that in there. I'm going to add our cabbage. This is almost 2 cups. It's about 1.5 cups, a little more than 1.5 cups. Just toss that in there. So all we're doing here is heating up the vegetables in this pan that had all the chicken juices, and you can see as it starts cooking down a little bit, you can see that the bottom of the pan, all those juices from the chicken are now mixed with our vegetables. So we can add, and you don't have to cook these vegetables too long too, because I cut them thinly and I shredded them. So we've got our chicken, our carrots, our cabbage. Just toss those in because it's shredded. You just have to heat them through. So you don't have to like cook them for a long period. Then we're going to add our zucchini. Now you don't have to add zucchini. You can add bell pepper. I like to add an extra vegetable to my chow mein because it gives it more flavor. You can add a bell pepper, chop it up, just bring that together. Okay, my heat is like a medium to low. I'm just going to get these vegetables cooked in here. I already cooked my pasta and I drained it, so this is, like I said, this is for 2 people, so that's plenty. Trust me, if you want to make more, you can just double up the recipe. Okay, so with these vegetables cooking down here, I'm going to chop up the chicken and put it into our chicken vegetable mixture here. So I'm going to let that cook down just a little bit while I have a little time to slice up my chicken. Now the chicken, like I said, it doesn't have to be that well cooked, but I like to have it this way because it actually tastes better. My husband likes the skin on his chicken, so I had one with the skin and I had one without. You can also use chicken thighs to make your chow mein. You can use pork if you like pork instead of chicken. Just grill the pork, make little pork chops and chop those up. So while those veggies are heating through, we just have to chop up our chicken here. The reason I like to let it rest a little bit so that all those nice juices don't seep out of the chicken. But you're going to find that grilling your chicken instead of just mixing it in there tastes a whole lot better. It has a nice grilled flavor to your chicken. And we're going to add some soy sauce and a few seasonings to give this chow mein a little more flavor. There we go. Just chop it up like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just little chunks. Okay, you can tell the chicken's cooked because it's all nice and white. There's no red in the chicken. So chicken breast cooks faster than the thighs, but whichever part of the chicken you like is fine. Okay, so here we go. Our vegetables are heating through. Now we can put our chicken in here. Just scoop it in. There's some yummy juices in there. A little bit. Okay, here's where we're going to add some more flavors. You're going to add about, I would say about 1/4 cup of soy sauce. It doesn't have to be a full 1/4 cup. This is almost like 3 or 4 tablespoons. You can start with 1/4 cup. And that's usually all you need for your chow mein. If you have it I usually add sesame seed oil. If you don't have it, you don't have to add it. If you ever get a chance to buy sesame seed oil, it's really good flavor. It has a nice savory flavor to your Asian food, no matter whether you're making chow mein or egg foo young, egg rolls. This gives you a nice sesame seed oil flavor, and it's really, really delicious on your food. If you don't have it, don't worry. No need to worry. Okay? It'll still taste good because you've got the soy sauce in there. Now, like I said, when you were cooking your chow mein, your chicken, you had already grilled it nicely, and you had already added, you know, the garlic powder, the salt, and if you prefer, some pepper. Now, here's the thing. I usually add about a tablespoon of sugar. And the reason for that is because it mellows things down. You know, the soy sauce is kind of salty. And of course, you've already added salt to the chicken and to the soy sauce. It already has the salt. So you want to kind of balance that flavor. And about a tablespoon of sugar will help do that. Will keep this balance not so salty, but it has a nice Asian flavor. So here we go. Now that we've cooked our chicken, you can see that there's liquid. That's coming from the vegetables. That's fine. You can toss your pasta. Like I said, you can use regular pasta. A little sticky there. That's okay. I just drained it a minute ago. Just put that in there. And then just get that a nice little toss. As you start adding the liquid to the top of the pasta, it's going to blend in nicely. Now the difference between Asian pasta and, you know, spaghetti pasta is the Asian pasta is a little bit lighter and more milder. So it cooks really fast. So you want to be careful with that. Regular pasta, you've got a little more leeway, so you won't be breaking your noodles as much. But like I said, you can make chow mein with spaghetti pasta or chow mein noodles, whichever one you prefer. You could even make it with ramen noodles if you want. Just don't overcook the noodles. That's the whole idea. You don't want them to get too soft and then they just break on you. So spaghetti pasta, if you like, you can just break it in half. You don't want the long pasta strings. Okay, and now here's where I add my parsley. With parsley, you can add spring onions if you prefer. I had already used my spring onions yesterday when I made my pot stickers. But if you have parsley, that works just as well. So here we go. We've got our chow mein, chicken chow mein. We've got all our flavors in there. You can take a little taste if you want to add a little more salt or a little more pepper. That's up to you. Or even a little more soy sauce if you like. Sometimes I put the soy sauce on the table for those who want to add a little more flavor. But trust me, this is already a very good chow mein here. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in a platter and we can serve this to our family. So I'll be back. Okay, here we go. We've got our chow mein. This is chicken chow mein. Like I said, doesn't take a whole lot of ingredients. A lot of it has to do with the flavorings, the garlic, the ginger, the soy sauce. You can use chow mein noodles or even spaghetti noodles. Here we go. We have a nice serving. You can probably serve 4 people with this chow mein portion. And I hope you get a chance to try this recipe. I'm sure you will enjoy it. So I'll catch you again for another recipe. So take care. Bye-bye.